lulibye forever, erotic, gothic, romantic, beyond Shakespearean sonnet, lulibye, never ending, rhymes. The message session ended with both of us soaked, covered in glittery, dripping above us spitting oil. I felt like a Greek salad, sloppily drenched and extra virgin. But James was not going to stop. The kisses came thick and fast, and extra messages lied back wench. He said. I lay back and stared up at him, and above his head at the striped white and blue awning, which was rippling under the pounding impact of the rain. I'd almost forgotten about the rain. Well, it was coming down heavier than ever, a glittering silver, a wall just a few feet away from us. James had decided that the most intimate part of my delicate self needed a delicate, multi-faceted, many-sided, feathery, back and forth, up and down, and sideways type of ecstatic slope and a fast motion massage, in which involved his index finger and his little finger and the palm of his hand, and then his tongue, so it began to build and build. You are being quite intimate, master, I gulped, trying to put on a dignified face and control my panting, the deepening huskiness of my voice, and the flood of saliva that had filled my mouth and was dribbling out of one corner. I think, given the circumstances, that I did quite a good job about. He ate her up her pain. She loved the darkness in his eyes, the pleasure he gave her, the way he stopped to watch when she whimpered and wriggled. If this was Narnia, she wanted fawns and moralistic heroes who offered you cloaks and sips of warming beverages, no leather cuffs threaded with steel. Her legs might tremble, but she'd said what she had to, maybe because she knew this would get harder to do the longer she was there. Soon, if he had his way, and she was afraid she would lose her courage, she would cherish this time, a memory of when she still had balls. Mako raised his leg and planted his boot on her butt. Not too much pressure, just enough to let her feel the weight, and maybe the girl grit on the soul, reminding her who had control of that specter. A little bird, he speaks to me under his breath, and his words hit me harder than any whip of a belt could ever do. Little bird, Sam always used to call me that. My Sam, caring, protective, sweet Sam, not this monster. Fear, excitement, and rolled into me, into one. Her monster was coming. She sighed and leaned, kissed my thigh, and then looked up and put her arm around my shoulder, moving close so our thighs and arms were touching. She put her finger to my lips. Well, Gwendolyn, my dear vampire pale mistress confessor, who wishes to possess my soul. The first confession is this: I love playing like this. Being your prisoner is exciting. Her voice had gone throaty, dreamy, and her fingers were playing in my stubble, caressing it, stroking it. My recently shaved skull. We slid to the floor and rolled over. I pinned her down. I bit her left nipple, just a delicate nip, and twist and lingering kick, lick and kiss. And remember, leave no marks. Gwendolyn, the silliest things roused me, she whispered, her teeth tugging my earlobe. Like what? I slid off her body and lay beside her, both of us now on our sides, face to face, only a few inches apart. Like what? I repeated, kissing her and running my hand over the curve of her hip and cupping her backside. She took a deep breath. Certain gestures you make me drive me crazy. Yes, like when you reach up to put the curls of the nape of your neck back in place, and when you just touch the nape of your neck, or when you tilt your head down and look up from under your eyebrows that are coal black, like arched arrows in flight, or like the way your English accent is French is sometimes just a bit awkward, and I want to touch your lips and correct you by kissing you, and this is unbearably beautiful. There's the self-conscious way You sometimes walk looking down as if abashed at the cobblestones just in front of your toes, as if you were self-conscious of your sexual vulnerability, as if you were shy and retiring, a vestal virgin, a timid, self-conscious child. And then there's the way your shoes are always so neat and impeccable, even when it is raining or muddy. I want you to get down on your knees and worship. Everything about me is neat and self-contained, and as if it had been just polished. I mean, he knew exactly what she wanted. He knew what wanted to buy her for 2 months. He wanted her to have an orgasm on the plane in full view of everyone, but she was submissive to him. She resigned herself to her fate and was waiting for him to tell her what to do next. The most difficult part was to suppress the fear growing somewhere in the depths of her soul. When he sees my pain, when she sees my pain, the old and new, she pushes me to give it to her, to give and to read, to consume all of it and make it hers. Rhyme again. I've succumbed to the absolute power of her that calls my unwitting submission, and I have embraced the power of my submission to draw her and to have her kneel and worship and what she's conquered. I've known surrender and strength with her, a true freedom and a help of a lot of orgasms, rapping a razzle dazzle, a painful memory sift through me like sand through stretched fingers. Only small pieces clean and stay around for me to keep. The rest just disappear. I know not where, and I don't. I've changed her up because I was angry. Everyone got angry at their partner at some point. Well, there it goes inside of my head. The lyrics and rhyming again like a rainbow in the dark. But demons begin to start. Echoing inside of my head, but love sonnet lyrics begin. Oh, a masochist. What a shifting, fitting partner, or should I say a plaything for a sadist, but by bringing you into this world, I knew that a part of you would soon cease to exist. I am a sadist, maybe a sadist, you see. I love to screw with others' emotions. It's so much fun for me, and you, my little masochist, you're not what you think that you are. You're much too pure and sweet to ever go beyond the chains to what lies beyond. Oh, you'll never go that far. I do enjoy causing pain to others. I must admit, it does give me a thrill, and the sad part is I could care less how it makes them feel. I love the sound of my master name as they cry out within, begging me for more punishment than I already have placed them. And you, my love, you never knew this assorted version of me. I never let him out back, and then I guess I didn't want for you to see. Maybe then I was ashamed and believed that you could never accept this side of me, so I pushed his spirit deep down deep into the pit of darkness that resides inside of me. But now I am no longer ashamed. It's his turn to parade around and deal the punishment he has longed for so many years now. I want you to know I turned into him because I had no other way to deal. I had lost all that had ever meant anything to me like that once made me heal. I couldn't eat like him. I couldn't let his pain eat me up from within. So I let the master out and vowed to enjoy his reign of sin. I did become a heartless monster, and I guess I figured out why not. I had everything I ever wanted in life until it all came to a halt. I knew this was my true path, my unwanted destiny, for I knew I could never truly be happy. Life just wouldn't allow that to be. I didn't care about being nice anymore, because what did it ever bring to me? A girl that I loved more than anything but couldn't have. Yeah, being a nice guy wasn't right for me. Indeed, I want to spend the rest of my life with you by my side forever and ever, forever. I go out walking after midnight in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I go out walking after midnight in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk but on the highway. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stop to see a weeping willow crying on the pillow. Maybe she's crying for me. I go out walking after midnight out in the starlight. I just hoping you might be somewhere walking after midnight searching for me. I walk out on the highway. Well, that's just my way of saying I love you after midnight searching for you. Yes, it's true. Always searching for you. Yes, it's true. Never stop loving you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you by my side. I can see it all tonight underneath a perfect sky, where the universe revolves around the pupil of an eye, an infinite stretch out from infinite within, and I'm a part of everything. I'm part of everything, and am I falling asleep? It's all just a dream. Well, the cars are like water, and the road is like a stream rolling down through the city, flowing out into the sea, going somewhere like me, going nowhere like me. When the morning starts to glow out in the corners of the sky, all the people come and go, and the time just passes by. And then I'm only gonna see it from the corner of my eye. When the planet spins, it seems like the wings of a dragonfly. It seems like the wings of a dragonfly. Rhymes. I consider my rhymes a beautiful butterfly for their fruit of harvest and life. And if you take me over and over again, and if you take me over and over again, wonder how can I go on and on when you want to bury my passion. You have a shell around, and I cannot escape, and I swallow my pride. And twine now, it's time to pass over, and twine together now, and twine forever and ever. Wonder how can I live on and on when you want to live in a hurry. You are the wall that I have to move, and I swallow my pride, and twine together now, forever and ever now, and twine together now, forever and ever now. Wow, and twine together now, forever and ever now. The valley green was so serene, in the middle ran a stream so blue, a maiden fair in despair. Once had met her love there, and she told him she would say, promise me when you see a white rose you'll think of me. I love you so, never let go. I will be your ghost of a rose. Her eyes believed in mysteries. She would lay amongst the leaves of amber, her wild spirit heart of a child, yet a gentle, still, and quiet and mild. And he loved her, and when she would say, promise me when you see a white rose you'll think of me. I love you so, never let go. I will see, I'll be your ghost of a rose, ghost of a rose. I'll be your ghost of a rose. Well, there I go, inside of my mind. Never ending lyrics and rhymes. Again, all day and all night. What must be wrong with my head? The lyrics begin again and again, and again and again, and again and again. The demons begin spitting dark love poetry again. I envy people that know love, that have someone who takes them as they are. One hand was behind his back, and held it out, presenting a banquet of white and smoky purple lilies. They're very straight from the underworld, by the way. They are everlasting, they won't die. Oh, he did look like a deity, the perfect balance of danger and charm. He was at the same time fascinated and inaccessible, distant, because of his demonstrating flawlessness and possessing such strength of character that he was dismaying and at the same time utterly attractive and enticing and forbidden way. Everybody is equally weak on the inside, just as some present their ruins as new castles have become kings. I'll render you as you really were, neither cast in pristine stained glass or unholy fire. I'll make you into nothing more than a man tender and brutal in equal measure, and perhaps in doing so I'll justify myself to you to my own haunted conscience. Mine's first, mine last, mine even in the grave. Emotions don't interfere in my acting nor in my life. Narcissus spitting rhymes. A human life is a beautiful thing, she said. Narcissus spitting again. I dove down deep into your psyche, turning over every word you gave me like a jewel, looking for meaning, seeking out the mysteries of you. I didn't care if I lost myself in the process. I wanted to be brought by the hand into your world and disappear into your kiss until us two could be no longer be told apart. You are not cursed. You are a reaper. You are the night incarnate. You are the night incarnate, the farrier of souls. You are the bridge between the living and the dead, a caged bird that's ready to fly. Spread your wings, sing now, the fair world, because you are limitless. Spread your wings, will fly. Don't resent me when I've only just gotten you. Please, for I am what makes this world beautiful. She no longer feared what brewed within her, and she was done making apologies for who she was. Signa would not just burn, she would ignite. She said, and I started rapping again inside of my head for the sake of your bright eyes. For the sake of your bright eyes, dying would be normal for me, and one day I'd be buried beneath a stone, and nothing would matter anymore. It'd be ordinary like life, and that terrified me endlessly. I never tug and I yank at my chestnut curls, and she snarls at me. You are so much like her. This is something my mother often says and never explains well. It is a great mystery to me. It is also a blessing, for she always hurries from the room and saying it. Never step back then again, back to the dark, my cursed throne. I bear her forth, I stand alone. Her breath is shallow, soft and dim. Her pulse, a song of fleeting wind. A clap a hand over my mouth. Who am I doing? I have all these books to entertain myself with, and I'm here about oogling him, oogling her. What is going on with me? She's a witch, and she's not even nice. Rhymes all day and all night inside of my head. The lyrics and rhymes never stops and never end at night inside of my head. Voices begin again and again. Again and again, I said and I said, inside of my head, lyrics begin. Again and again, and again and again, like truthless dreams. So are my joys expired, and past return are all my dangled days. Love misled, and fancy quite retired. Of all which passed, the sorrow only says, my lost delights, now clean from the sight of land, have left me all alone in unknown ways. My mind of woe, my life in a fortune's hand, of all which past to sorrow only stays, as in a country strange, without companion. I only wobble on of death's delays, whose sweet spring spent, whose summer well nigh done, of all which past only the sorrow stays, whom a care forewarns her age, and the winter cold to haste me hence to find my future's fold, where you but lying cold and dead, and lights were paling out of the west. You would come hither and bend your head, and I would lay my head on your breast. Wraps again in a mess. The curtains were half down. The floor was swept and strewn with rushes. Rosemary and may lay thick upon the bed on which I lay, where the lattice ivy shadows crept. She leaned above me, thinking that I slept, and I could not hear her, but I heard her say, poor child, as she turned away. Came a deep silence, and I knew she wept. She did not touch the shroud or raise the fold that hid my face, or take my hand in hers, or ruffle the smooth pillows for my head. She did not love me living, but once dead. She pitied me, and very sweet it is to know she still is warm, though I am cold. Well, there I go. Spent rhymes, don't you? I know. Well, there I go. There's stuck inside of my head. The voices begin in her place. 100 candles burning, and salty sweat drips from her breast. Her lips move, and I can feel what they're saying, swaying. They say the beast inside of me is gonna get ya. Black lipstick stains her glass of red wine. I am your servant. May I light your cigarette? Those lips smooth. Yeah, I can feel what you're saying, praying. They say the beast inside of me, get ya. I beg to serve. Your wish is my law. And now close those eyes and let me love you to death. Shall I prove? I mean what I'm saying, begging. I say the beast inside is gonna get ya. I start rapping ya inside of my head. The voices speak again and again. About we used to swim the same moonlit waters. We used to swim the same moonlight waters, oceans away from the wakeful day. My fall will be for you. My love will be in you. If you be the one to cut me, I'll bleed forever. May fall will be for you. My love will be in you. If you be the one to cut me, I'll bleed forever and ever. Stop rapping never. I want to spend the rest of my life with you by my side forever and ever, forever and ever. Come into these arms again and lay your body down. The rhythm of her trembling heart is beating like a drum. It beats for you. It bleeds for you. It knows how it sounds. For it's the drum of drums. For it's the drum of drums. It is the song of songs. Once I had reset rarest rose that had deligned to bloom. A cruel winter chilled the bud and stole my flower too soon. Oh loneliness, oh hopelessness, searched ends of time. For there is in all the world no greater love than mine. rhyme to let me be the only one to keep you from the cold. Now the floor of heaven's lane, with stars of brightest gold, they shine for you. They shine for you, they burn for all to see. Come into these arms again and set this spirit free. Set this spirit free. And there's a rhyme again and again. The voices begin again and again. Heaven sent, like the scent of decay. I was faded from the race, when in despair my darkest days ran amok and forged her face. From the fairest of handmaidens to a slick perverted wrath, amphetamine, having missed a narcissist, and on a maledict blanket of stars. She was all free wishes, sex. A lever hung on her death row. I was hooked on her disease, highly strung like Cupid's bow, whose arrows hungered me in a blinding flare of passion in the shade of narrow streets, where poison never rationed. All the tips they left to me, 2 tracks, brick to brack. Something passed between us like a back crack upward. It'll be met another kind of rap. In fact, with every roam inside me, licked and ransacked, she haunted at the corners of my mind in black. Lead to the river, midsummer I wanted, heavy black swans on with hope to the grave. All fruit red September with skies fire paved. I beg you to appear like a form for the holy ones. Cold was my soul, untold was the pain I faced when you left me a rose in the rain. So I swore to erase her that never enchained. Would your dark nails of faith be pushed through my veins again, bear on your tomb? I'm a prayer for your loneliness, and would you ever soon come above to me, a face once upon to me, from the vines of your loneliness I could always find the night slot for your sacred keep, 6 feet deep in the incision in my heart, that airless prison, all with tunnel vision, a sunsetter, methamphetamine, sick and weak from my condition, this lust of a vampiric addiction to her alone and submission, and none better, methamphetamine, girl, crystal ice. Racked with your charm, I am circled like prey, back in the forest where whispers persuade, more sugar trails, more white lady laid, the pillars of salt fold to my arms, hold their mesmeric sway, and dance out to the moon as we did in those golden days, christening in stars. I remember the way. We were needle and spoon, mislaid in the burn and hay. We were needle and spoon, mislaid in the burn and hay. Well, there it goes all night and all day. The lyrics begin, okay and okay. There's that spitting again inside of my head, inside of my mind, of lyrics and rhymes. I wow, you bow, we bow, I bow, you bow, we bow. Kiss me, you're a fucking nightmare. Kiss me, you're ruining my life. Kiss me, Jeffro, kiss me. What are you feeling right now? She asked softly. My breathing escalates, confined, trapped. She volleys back. My mouth tightens because a part of me wants to say yes. The truth is that I feel safe, protected, treasured. One day you will realize that you are trapped in a prison, she murmurs roughly. You are in my church where I am your God, and you are my equal. I am not a jail, a little mouse. I am your sanctuary. I hope you never forget about me, and that the thought of me haunts you for eternity. You love the only thing I needed from you. You are with the power. You've just never known what the fuck to do with it when it comes to death. You are mine. I don't want to fix her. I want to fix me, and she's the only thing that seems to be working. I had a turn to leave, and she had called after me. But David, I ken no other man who could. I ken no other woman but Crystal Ice who could be wearing men and be dripping such as she are and look quite so lovely. It's a right shame you're about spitting there, and I love you. Everything and anything I do is only for you. You cannot love a person fully without knowing the darkness etched into their soul. I want to know it hurt so well it becomes my darkness too. Never tug and a yank at my chestnut curls, and she snarls at me, rapping her endlessly. You have haunted me in my dreams, follow me in my memory, and name me Your name echoes in the most silent parts of my mind, brought to life by the memory of your touch and the gentle sway of our bodies to the jazz music. You have become my obsession, of which I will never tire. You wanted danger, baby. You crawled into a lion's den, and I don't let pretty things leave without a scar. On our rapping from afar, she was the soft voice telling me to lie down in traffic. I wanted to, God, I wanted to. Heaven isn't a place you go. When you die, it's inside the person that's worth dying for. For so long, I was convinced that I'd have a similar demise at the hands of my own stalker. Instead, I gave to hers dark persuades and found myself loving her instead. I tried so hard to run from her, and now all I want to do is run to her. Well, not. Stephanie, don't flinch. Do you? Her voice was a low my voice was a low rasp. I reached into my clutch, pulled out a tiny shard of glass I'd kept from before. Why, I didn't know, and without flinching, sliced my pain. My palm open, blood welled instantly hot and red. Her nostrils flared, her eyes bled crimson. You're insane, she growled, stepping back. No, I said, stepping forward. I'm curious. She moved in a blur, faster than I could. A blink, grabbing me by the throat, not hard enough, not hard enough to hurt, just enough to hold me still. Her fangs had descended sharp and glinting. Heaven, there is no doubt in my mind that she has the ability to beat my biggest disaster, and one I'm not even sure I can avoid. The night outside your house was the start of my obsession. You become an addiction of mine, a dangerously sweet high I don't think I ever want to come down from. And sweet in a suit and tie, nurse up rapping, pretending to be lonesome else is my favorite part of the job. Is like dressing up for Halloween, playing the part of someone evil and in disguise, used to trick the wicked into believing they're in for a treat. Yet none of them know why my monster is worse than theirs. Their monster has been forged in fire and hate. They'll will always be more terrifying. Nurse up rhyming and said, the voices begin again and again inside my head. Never ending, I said, from the creases of my skin shines my demon trapped within. It carries sorrow, heartbreak, and laughter. It carries most my mortal sin. He broke his heart along with mine. He stole my faith, my heart, my hope, my mind. I needed someone who could wait for me. Indeed, there's that rapping to me. No more do the stars brightly glimmer. Happiness in my life I will no more allow. No more do streams under moonlight glitter. No more to me does the wide sea shimmer. To me the sun itself is dimmer. For all is dark to me now. Since today the light flew out of thee. But only weeks after we made our vow, all thoughts of life deserted me. Life itself lost all meaning to me. The joys in this world I no longer can see, for all is dark to me now. Each day I sorrowfully awaken, wishing I was with you somehow. For by God, you have been taken. I am left desolate, alone, and forsaken. My faith has been so surely shaken, for all is dark to me now. And now my body lies broken. Forever it is dark for me now. Forever my heart is broken. Forever my soul has been broken. So desperate steps I have taken. With you forever I will be now. Wow. As I recall your name, a beautiful place in Osaka. Rama forever. There's a spit and never. I'll never spit and never. My ecstasy is my misery. And she swallowed the pill, counting the minutes that separated their distance. Misery and ecstasy walking hand in hand through the rut in the valley of denial, drowning so deep in the waves of a blurred simulation. Hopeless, her nerves crack, rushing past the speed of pain, only to slide through her fingertips back one another pill that yet again she holds on to like a sleepless lover. In the glow of capsules, in a blacklit agony, her heart bears radically a prisoner waiting to break free from its cage and feel life smoothly coursing through her veins. Yet her pulse spikes, and eyes roll back to a place of no thought, no judgment, to measure just what she's looking for, or why. A fairy tale land of neon greens and electric emotion, a place where she's alone, just enough to be comfortable, in a room full of dead light and decaying relationships. Turns her back, knowing she'll be stabbed, bound, tied, and gagged, but this way no one will notice her eyes rolling back, moving to a violent heartbeat, stifling her numbled pleas of lonely syllables. Not a soul will hear, indeed, but you see perfection in all my flaws, yet you don't see you are the cause. Trying to hide them is like an addiction. I bear the pain of my own affliction. You think my natural beauty is hidden, to bring out the truth of what's real forbidden. For me it's hard, a contradiction. I bear the pain of my own affliction. You can't see something I've masked so well, so many dark secrets which I'll never tell. Anything but perfection is my depiction. I bear the pain of my own affliction. You see perfection, all my flaws. I bear the pain of my own affliction. Wrapping our end, and I don't want you to leave me, my darling. I possess your soul in my heart and your body. Rap karate. Every time I try to tell the ice demon no, she won't ever let him go. I'm a sucker. All I gotta say is damn ice demon has really gotten a hold of me, spitting lyrics and telepathically through me.